What was that? All right.
It's Saturday night.
Time for your weekly dose of pop culture.
With Cassie and Kenny. Welcome to the show.
Welcome. Welcome. Oh, what is that noise I'm
Hi,
hearing?
hi. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
No, you were getting feedback because I was messing up. I messed up, so we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
I
I
was like,
admit
wait a minute.
when I
What
messed
was that
up. I
about?
admit when I messed up something. So that's on me. That's on me. That's my bad.
Okay.
My bad.
Let's see. We need Ed on speed dial because when you mess up,
Yo,
Ed
yo,
in
that ain't right. That ain't
because
right.
that's all I'm saying.
You
If you mess up,
know
it's time to
when we
bring
first started
Ed in.
doing this, when we first started doing this show, my
Mhm.
drinking cup looked much better, and now it's like wearing and tearing. I had to get a new Batman cup or something.
Okay. Well, tonight's beverage of choice is Arizona iced tea. Hashtag not sponsored, but
Yeah, I can't. I have ginger ale.
mm, delish. Okay.
But I'm a cheapskate, so I have the Great Value brand of ginger ale, which is only
Oh,
68 cents.
that's just sad.
68 cents for the Great Value ginger ale, man.
Uh,
I'm
uh,
all about ginger ale. It all tastes the same. Ginger ale is ginger ale.
ginger ale is ginger ale.
Yes, ginger ale is ginger ale.
Well, okay. All ginger ale and all other silliness aside, tonight's show. Do you want to tell everybody about tonight's show?
Yeah, tonight's show is the evolution of slang. And we're going to talk about slang. Let me tell you how we came up with this ideal for slang. To talk about slang tonight because we usually talk about TVs, we usually talk about music, we usually talk about movies and things of that nature. So we wanted to take a little dip. Oh, let me see something here. I want to do that. No, I want to do that. No, I want to do that. Okay, we want to do a little something different here, and we want to talk about something different. So we're going to talk about slang. And let me tell you one of my inspirations for this podcast here for talking about slang. One of my favorite movies is a movie called Ball of Fire, and it's about this professor and these professors who are doing an encyclopedia. And this one professor, his job is to talk about slang, and they've been locked up in his room for like 7 years. So they've been locked up in his house for 7 years, writing this encyclopedia. That slang changes, and we're going to show you how slang changes with each decade. And slang changes, and this guy was kind of old on his slang, and they talked to somebody. The trash man came in and said some things that they didn't realize what he was saying, so they realized that the language changes all the time and slang changes. And a lot of these words, I use some of the words from the 40s that they used in this movie, but slang does change. And I just found out some things from my daughters that there are different slang. There's weird slang words for weird things.
Well, I think every generation has its own form of slang. So,
Yes,
but
yes.
before we go on, shout out. Oh, to Aaron Brandt. Mr. Brandt is listening, and he's got to get me some Milos tea. Uh,
Milos Day. What's
I don't,
Milos Day?
I don't know, but again, it's probably something herbal and new agey, and I
I
don't know.
want
I like
I
my
want to shout out to Sylvia. I want to shout out to Sylvia Sampson, my friend Sylvia, the poet, who's listening, and my buddy from high school, Danny Satterfield, who's listening, checking us out. Thank you guys very much for checking us out. We're going to be talking about slang now. We have a phone number. If you want to call in and tell us your favorite slang word, or if we miss a slang word that you think we should miss, you can call 704-252-8813. That's 704-252-8813. Cassie will answer the phone, and she will
hopefully
talk to
I'll
you.
answer the phone if the
Yeah,
phone
yeah.
rings.
If the
'Cause
phone rings, if the phone up,
somebody
it
has to
will
teach
ring.
me how to use my iPhone because evidently if the phone is on, uh if it's on, do not disturb, and I don't know how it can be on do not disturb, but if it's on do not disturb, it won't ring,
Because
and
you don't want to be disturbed.
sometimes it says silent call, and I'm like, "What's a silent call?" Like, if they're calling, and I should hear it, but
I want to say hi to Ernie Cord is listening.
hmm?
Ernie Cord is listening. I want to say
Ernie
hi to Ernie
Cord?
Cord.
Oh my god, that's some
Yes, Ernie.
old side stuff you
And
talking about.
my buddy from high school, Eric Jones, old buddy of mine just got me on Facebook. My buddy from high school, Eric Jones, hadn't seen him in like 35, 36 years. Eric, we gotta get together and hang out, do something, whatever we do, we'll make it work. Sylvia says one of my favorite subjects, and that's not ginger ale. Okay, she likes slang, but not ginger ale.
Slang, but not ginger ale. Well, you know
Yeah.
what? And ginger ale is fine, but you know what's not fine is uh great value ginger ale.
Great, I
If
buy
you're
a
gonna
lot
do
of great value.
ginger ale, you
Like
need to do
before we started, I had broccoli and I got the frozen great value broccoli.
it.
Great value tastes just like everything else. There's nothing wrong with great value.
Okay, my brother is adopted. Anyway, when we talk about slang and you talk about words that are, a part of just the lexicon, well, one of the things in the little bit of research that I did on this topic was that there are a lot of words that we use today that were a part of our language because I guess the original, the OG, original gangster, of slang or words or phrases that we use today is Shakespeare. There were a lot of words from Shakespeare in his plays
Really,
that are a part of our language. And
really.
I had a whole list. And
There, therefore out thou, Romeo, is part of the
well, no, just
slang.
just different phrases and different things that slang terms and things that we still use today that again came into
I,
uh, our world
I,
before.
will, I, will- I will not be a Capulet. Okay, Capu something. I don't know. Okay, anyway.
Okay, now you're just quoting fame, so that's fine.
Okay.
You're
Um,
amusing yourself tonight. I don't know
what?
what's
I do
mixed
know some
into the
Shakespeare.
ginger ale,
To
but
be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or take to arms against them, or to by oppose them. Um, I don't know. I forget. I'm sorry. I'm bad. Okay, so moving on to slang.
okay.
Um, is that your definition of slang? That's what you have?
My definition of slang, well, to me, slang is words that are used kind of in common culture or the common lexicon that are short terms for I guess more formal words. Like we say
Yes.
things like a buck, and it's not a deer, but it's $1. If can you spare a buck?
Yeah.
Brother, can you spare a dime?
But
Oh yeah,
then, depending on what?
but like for instance, here's one, Wild Goose Chase. So Wild Goose Chase is actually from Romeo and Juliet. So and again, it's part of Shakespeare, but because some of those words have been again, just a part of our culture. Little Green Monster or Green-Eyed Monster. I'm sorry,
Read that monster.
Green-Eyed Monster. But
And that's from Shakespeare?
Shakespeare ones, and I'll throw in a few before we finish tonight. But again, all part of different Shakespearean plays
I
and
have
now
a couple of messages. I share it on my link, and I have a couple of messages. Ernie Cord says, "Hello, Cassie, class of '82."
hey,
Eric
hey,
Jones is holding me to the idea of us hanging out, which is cool. Eric, let's do it. Hit me up. Cheryl Toombs told me, gotta try Red Rock Ginger Ale. Is it more expensive than 68 cents? Because that's my
okay, the quality of ginger ale should not be based on
and our
Walmart
father says, and
prices.
our father says, Kenneth R. Walker Sr. says, excuse me, hi, Kathy and Kenny. Your dad is in the house upstairs.
He's
So for you, I'm in Jersey. You're in North Carolina with him. So for you, he's upstairs. For me, he's 500 miles away. We get along much better like that.
okay. So back to the evolution of slang. Um, I always thought it was interesting that a common slang, not well. Now, is this a word origin or a slang like ghetto? Um,
Well,
and-
ghetto is like a word origin because ghetto was originally used for in Nazi Germany
okay,
because they when they put the Jews in a certain spot, they were considered the ghetto. And
okay.
for some reason, they came over to
I
America
thought it was
to
Italian.
mean, huh?
I thought it was Italian.
No, I'm pretty. Somebody look up ghetto for me because I'm pretty sure it originated in Nazi Germany, where they put the Jews in ghettos, and then and then before they put them in concentration camps. So
So
um,
let's start with your list and let's go back to the 40s because I guess you were
yeah,
digging
I
in
started at the 40s. I could have went way back further, but the movie that this whole thing reminds me of was in the
Ball of
40s called
Fire.
Ball of Fire
Ball of
with
Fire
Gary
remake.
Cooper and yeah, no, Ball of Fire was the original with Gary Cooper and Barbara Stanwyck. The remake was with Danny Kaye
Danny.
and oh my God, who's the woman that started there? I gotta get that. It's on the tip of my
The,
tongue.
the
Virginia
remake is
Mayo.
called something
Virginia
different.
Mayo. The remake was A Song Is Born with
Song is
Danny
born.
Kaye, Virginia Mayo. It also had Louis Armstrong, Glenn Miller in it because that was a musical. The original was Ball of Fire, which was a straight drama, black and white. Gary Cooper, Barbara Stanwyck.
Okay. Oh, you're all on it today. I don't know. There must be something in that 68 cent
Ginger Ale, yeah.
great value ginger ale. But go ahead. Let's talk about
Great
something
value.
slang.
Try great value. Anything is great.
And hey, if you have a slang word to share, hit us up, give us a call on the iPhone, and hopefully I'll make it work.
Or type something in and let us know or call us up.
Now,
And
again, just a reminder: if you are watching us on YouTube, you can find us on YouTube. We are at K Walk Comedy on YouTube. So when you put in comments in the live chat, we can see them. We can pull them up. Also, if you find us on Facebook on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture, we have our own Facebook page. If you pull that up and write comments. Now, if you're watching through a watch party on Kenny's page, we can't pull those comments up. So by all means, find us on one of those two locations so that we could definitely include you in the conversation. Because again, especially when we're talking about something like slang, I'm sure there's words that we will miss and that you will hit.
oh yeah, we're
So
gonna miss some words. We're gonna miss.
okay, we're gonna miss a lot of words, but we're
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 gonna miss
gonna
a lot of words.
take
We
them as they
just
come.
touch on some. So
We got
1940s, we're gonna
40
start with the
words.
term. On 1940s, we're gonna start with the term ace. Ace meant a person with high level intelligence. So I'm an ace. In the 40s, I would be an ace. Chicken is a coward. Um, Cookie is a cute girl. What's wrong with you? Why you got that perplexed look on your face?
No, I was just going by your ace comment. Okay. See, I was right. Hello. Because my mom's
Ghetto.
fact checking.
Well,
I'm not saying
you know what?
she's my favorite child or anything, but
You are the favorite child. You are the favorite child. She's just siding with you. I think she made that up. I need somebody else to fact check Ghetto for me. My
yeah.
mom can't do it. She's not. She's
Okay.
not. She's too biased.
So what other slang do we have from the 1940s?
Dame. Dame
Dame.
is a woman. Dish is an attractive person. So not only would I be an ace, but I would be a dish in the 40s.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I didn't mean to
Um,
applaud that. I hit the wrong sound effect.
um, okay. Anyway,
This is the sound
uh,
effect when you get something wrong. Go ahead.
a jive bomber is a good dancer. So I would be an
Jive
ace,
bomber.
a jive bomber, because you can
Mhm.
do it on jive, because you're dancing jive, and
So
you
you
would be a
just
jive
started at the
bomber.
40s. We didn't go all the way back to like, because I'm sure there was some cool
Oh
slang
yeah.
from
Well, we
from
only
the
got
roaring
Cat.
20s, you know?
Cat. We got an hour.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right,
We got
let's
an
move
hour.
on.
A killer diller is the best, amazing. So if it's the killer diller, it's the best. Like that concert was a killer diller, man. You know, natch is of course naturally, of course.
Okay, never
And take a
heard of
powder
you.
means to leave. Take a powder means leave. Yo, take a powder.
All right,
That's gangster talk in the 40
if you
movies.
say so, because you know, I'm ready to go back to my Shakespeare
Oh,
off
somebody's
with
listening
his
on
head.
YouTube. Hold on a second, a second. Matt Wood is listening on YouTube. Matt and Sophie, my friends, they're listening on YouTube, and they just text me, and I will get to that word. I definitely have that word on my list.
The word is on your list. Okay,
It's on the top of our list, Kathy.
it's on the top of the list.
I want
Okay,
to say that one for last.
all right. Say the
And
word.
if somebody comes in, somebody's going to come in with it soon at some point. But Matt, I will get to that word.
All
It's
right.
a very important
So
word. So let's go to the 50s.
50s, 1950s.
Bash is a party. Ankle biter is a child. See now, right now, I say carpet. I say carpet. Crumb snatchers. I say crumb snatchers.
Crumb snatchers. Okay.
Yeah, I say crumb snatchers right now. But ankle biter is a child.
Uh-huh.
Um, are you writing a book? Which is a term we've all heard. It's from the 50s though. Originated in the 50s. Are you writing a book? And that means you're asking too many questions. What, you writing a book?
Okay.
Blast. I'm having a blast. I'm having a good time.
I like
Bad
the
is
last one
really
on the
good.
50s list.
Huh?
I said I like the last one you have on the 50s list, but let's go. Having a
Okay.
blast.
Bad is really something good.
Which
Cloud
Michael
nine means a
Jackson
man.
kind of perfected in the 80s. Who's bad?
Yeah, yeah. Who's bad? Bad.
Because I'm bad.
I'm bad. And I wanted to use this term because I'm going through a lot of terms here. I wanted to use this term because it's from one of my favorite musicals, West Side Story, which which Rico educated us on a couple of weeks ago
Oh
about it.
yeah.
So I have different views about it now. But
Daddy.
Daddy-o means it's a term of address. So hey, Daddy-o, there's some of these words. Skip
Skip that
that
chapter.
chapter. Wow, okay. And the last one on
Critics
here.
are in, the reviews are here. So I was going to ask for a thumbs up or consider subscribing, but skip
Yeah.
that chapter. All
Oh,
right.
I got one. I got one from Eric Jones. He's told me gams.
Gams.
Gams,
Leg.
like is I don't know if that's from the 40s or 50s. It might be from the 40s or 50s. Gams, like your legs, gams.
Okay. I'm getting
And
a funny feeling a lot of these things were a little sexist.
okay, so the last one on the 50s is fab, the best of something.
Okay. Like the Fab Four.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fab Four.
the Fab Four.
Oh,
Fab.
okay. Eric says gams is from the 40s.
Gams is from the 40s.
Games and stuff. Yeah, some you know what? It's a different time, and some of these terms are sexist, and I'm sure there's a lot of terms that are probably racist and sexist. So now we're very PC.
Mm-hmm. Well, not PC, but now some of the stuff and that the kids say, and I can't even keep up. And as a middle school principal, I probably should know this, shouldn't I? But half
Yeah.
these terms, I have no idea what they're talking about, and a lot of it is because they've shortened words so that they could text them, and now
Yes.
it's a
Yes.
part of slang.
This is this is why I'm bad at texting. When my daughters text me, they're responding to their own, and I haven't even gotten to their question yet because I'm still sitting there with one finger trying to figure out to text the words back, and they text me back real quick. I'm horrible at texting. Horrible at texting. I'm old school. Call me up and talk to me.
Now I can text. I just hate shortening words or abbreviating. And what I hate is when um the AI, technology starts finishing my words and then they wind up sending something I didn't mean to say because they
Yeah,
think they're smarter than me.
Yeah,
So
and they send
anyway,
stuff that you don't want
digress
to say,
as
and
usual.
they say things. Yeah, then my when you text, it does come up with words, and I didn't want to say that. I didn't want like I want to curse in my text. Don't correct me.
Hey, once again, we thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture, a little something we started doing while in quarantine, and we just kept rolling with it. So thank you, because part of what makes this show hopefully entertaining is your input. So we invite you to either call us at 704-252-8813, or again, in the comments, you are welcome to join us. If you would like, if you have your camera and everything hooked up, if you want to come on board, we are going to post the link in the comments. If you want to click on that link and
Now,
uh,
if you're on my
your,
page,
your Zoom your Zoom pose ready, we'll see you backstage and invite you on to Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture, because again, we're explaining it to the best of our knowledge and the best of our internet research. So if you
and,
have
we,
some
and, we, and we're not the
conversation,
know all and be all. We like to have fun with it. We're not the know all and be all. We like to have fun with it, and we like to talk about things. Eric says that PC is actually a current slang right now. I just said PC,
yeah,
and
okay.
PC is actually a current slang right now, which she's right. It is PC. PC.
Well,
Um, politically correct is the
uh,
slang. It's shortened.
uh,
So let's go to the 60s.
okay.
A gas is having a good time. Bad is awesome.
So
Catch
bad
some
just keeps coming back.
bad keeps coming back. Cause
Bad
I'm
keeps
bad.
coming
I'm
back,
bad.
and it gets good and better, and now it's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's awesome.
Okay, go ahead.
How you doing? I'm bad, man. I'm bad. That means
All
I'm awesome.
right. What you got?
Okay, so catch some rays means get some sun. Um, jam means play music together. Kicks means something done for pleasure. So I'm doing this for kicks. I am doing this show right now, this podcast right now for kicks.
Oh, it's all about kicks. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
For kicks. Yeah, yeah. Crash means to sleep. I'm going to go crash after the show.
Crash after
And
the show. Oh,
crash means to sleep. I'm going to sleep after the show.
oh, it's not like a like
No, crash. I'm going to crash.
or an explosion kind of thing.
No, no,
Oh,
no. You're getting too. You're doing too much. You're doing
okay.
too much.
But I like
Okay.
it.
No, I know. I know. You
But if
just
I
want to
want to
use the
drop a
explosion.
bomb, that's a
Yeah,
slang.
I know. Don't say that too much in the new PC world. You can't tell people you want to drop a bomb.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. All right.
All right. Unless I'm in the
Pig.
Gap band.
Unless you're in Batman, yes.
I said the Gap
Pig.
band.
Oh, the
The
Gap
Gap
band.
band.
Oh,
Didn't I?
oh, the Gap band. Yeah, you dropped the bomb on me. Yes,
Okay.
you dropped the
So
bomb on me,
all right.
baby.
Well,
Pig means police
in the
officer.
60s was the police, right? A police
Yeah,
officer.
yep. And that's where that term started. Pig started in police officer.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so there's a lot of terms from the 50s, the 60s, and the 40s that we didn't get to, but that's fine because we're going to move on to the 70s.
okay. 70s slang.
Funky is a good 70s term because 70s funk was the bomb.
Oh
Funky,
wait, I missed my cue, didn't I?
yeah, the bomb.
Okay.
70s and the 70s funky. There's a lot of things that
I'm
meant
like,
cool
I
in the
kind of got you
70s.
on the screen, and then what's next on the list? So I'm all off. What was in the
Okay,
70s?
so there's three words that meant cool in the 70s. One was funky,
Okay.
the other was groovy,
Groovy.
and the other one was nifty. That's
Nifty.
nifty,
Okay.
nifty,
All right.
nifty.
If you say so.
Okay, stoked meant excited. Boogie, boogie, yoogie, yoogie meant the hey
Yeah.
baby, let's
Yeah.
let's
Boogie.
boogie baby.
Alrighty. Okay. And
Um, chill, relax. That's what came out in the 70s. Chill meant
That
be
was
like, yo, man.
70s? That seems a little more
Say-
recent, but I guess
no. It started
maybe
in the
it
70s. Chill. Chill,
so
baby. Chill.
so I guess the slang is kinda like,
Well,
it
some of the slang comes back because I tell you what, peace is something that people say in the 60s, in the 70s. Now, I've been saying it since the 80s and 90s. And when I started saying it in the 90s a lot, um, some people look at me like, "What are you saying? Like, what the heck?" Like people leave and say bye. I say, "Yo, man, peace." And they be looking at me like, What are you, a beat niggas? What are you, a flower child now?" I'm like, "No, man, it's just my thing. Peace. Like, I'm wishing you peace, brother. Like, stay with me on this." So I say peace a lot, even to this day. Peace. But it is what it is. But check you later means see you. Check you later, man. See you later.
particularly okay.
Check you later means see you later. So, that's the 70s. And
Well, there's a couple of others from the 70s that I have that and actually some of these slangs come from yourdictionary.com from the 70s. Things like gross, which again meant disgusting, or no brainer, which was a slang for easy, as well as zip, which means nothing, nada, zip. That's it. You're done. So just thought I'd
all right.
question. Something. Or
So
let's say if you tell somebody you're on the horn,
you're
what
on the
does that
phone.
mean? Yeah, you're
You're
on
on
the
the
phone.
phone.
So horn for phone. That's another cool like 70s one. And actually when you talk about I guess slang, sometimes slang comes from well, we're talking about slang from different decades, but sometimes it comes from events or I guess things that everybody knows about. Like like if you say you got to do something in warp speed, you
I gotta
know,
do it fast.
right? It's fast. And where do we get warp speed?
Star Trek.
Of course, so things like that. So sometimes, or if you say a slang like, you're going postal,
Oh, you're going crazy. You're about to kill people.
right? And again, that was one that kind of came about because for a while, and I think it might have been in the 80s,
80s, yeah,
we
people were
had a
just
series of kind of like workplace violence things that stem from people. It just so happened that a lot of them had worked on the at the post office, so you know it kind of got everybody kind of got labeled, and that phrase kind of came about and was uh, part of our language and part of our slang. So, what slang word do you use if you're listening out there watching us? And once again, if you're making comments, if you go to our page, Kathy and Kenny, actually in Facebook, if you search Kathy and Kenny, I think we do come up. Actually, if
if you
you
do it if you do it
Kathy and
on YouTube, and we come up on YouTube also.
will come up and let us know what slang word you use all the time. And if you don't know the origin, probably somebody else listening out there might know the origin of that particular slang. Actually, hey, you know what? If you do type in Kathy and Kenny, we do come up first in Google search, our Facebook page.
We come up first in YouTube and Google search and Facebook, Cassie and Kenny. We corner the market. And we
Who
have
knew?
merchandise. We have merchandise. We have merchandise.
Oh yeah, we do have merch, and actually, I'm sending you some more merch, and
Really?
yeah, I got some
Oh,
more merch, and I don't know what I did with. Oh, you know what I did with my face mask? I actually washed it.
you washed your face mask? Oh, see,
Yeah, it's
I
in
had
the
my face mask. I had
it's
my face
in
mask in my bag. I had my
okay.
face mask in my bag.
Okay. Yeah, mine is hanging to dry because I dried it. So again, we're talking all things slang and the origin of slang. Um what other slang words you got for me out there?
Okay, well, in the 80s, when
Mhm.
you want to say yes in the 80s, you said big time, for
Really?
sure. Yep, for
As
sure.
As
for sure.
if, or is that
Yeah.
90s?
I don't. I think that might have been 90s.
It
Another word for yes in the 80s was word.
Word. Oh my goodness.
Word.
Word. Word
Word.
up.
Word.
Oh, you
Yo,
just
man.
back into a
Yo,
time
man.
machine.
Yo, man. You gonna talk to that honey? Word, man. Word.
Oh, sorry.
Um, why?
Just
Slang in the
you
80s.
going up to any
Slang.
girl and saying, anyway, um, just calling any girl honey, and your whole idea of rap. Um, oh wait, that's slang too. Your rap, but rad. Things were like
Rad.
totally, totally rad, dude.
Well, radical in the 80s. Um, radical meant good. Also, what meant good in the 80s was excellent and bodacious
Well,
and
those came straight
stellar.
from. Wasn't that straight from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
And the yeah, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and the Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Okay.
and Wicked
Oh,
and
Wicked. That's right.
Wicked and slang in the 80s. I mean more of mad, major, mega,
Oh, okay.
um, tubular. I just got a text from Matt Wood who said tubular,
Tubular, dude.
tubular,
Ah,
and
good.
let me see. Yeah, I got people texting me when I'm doing this, so it's okay. All right. Also, too, insults in the 80s. And I think you know what? Insult in the 70s, I believe it started with a lot of the sitcoms because a lot of sitcoms had the insults. So it was up your nose with a rubber hose from
Happy
um
Days.
No, wasn't that Welcome Back Carter?
Up. Oh wait, up your nose with a rubber hose. I thought that
It
was
was
the
Welcome
final.
Back Carter.
All right. We need Ed on the fact check. Maybe it was Welcome Back, Cotta, and it's
But
Cotta.
Carter.
You got to
Welcome Back
Brooklyn that
Carter.
thing.
And
Come on.
also too in the 80s, Matt, my friend Matt Wood, my buddy Matt Wood is on top of it. He says gnarly,
Gnarly. That's
gnarly from the
excellent
80s,
slang. Gnarly.
gnarly. Another,
And I think as
um,
we get to the slang of like the 80s, 90s, and the
yeah, more
2000s,
people, yeah. But
a lot.
another insult from the 80s was, and a lot of girlfriends I've had since the 80s until now have been this mental,
Okay.
which means crazy.
All right, I get you. I was going to say or try to say, um, it seems like as we get into the slang of like the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, where in earlier times a lot of the slang, well, I guess it did come from movies, but as we move into more modern times, I think the slang not only comes from movies but also television shows, and I think
Yes.
even now of more recently, and when we talk about, more current slang, that's even kind of having its origins on the internet,
Oh,
the
here's one from the 80s.
I call them. Huh?
Here's one from the 80s. That's
From the 80s?
fresh. That's
What?
fresh. Fresh.
Fresh? Oh.
F R
So that
E
so
S
the
H.
80s, I
Fresh,
think
fresh, fresh.
music
Yo,
brought
that's
a
fresh.
lot of our,
Yes.
no singing. Okay, music brought a lot of our slang in the 80s too, when you think
Oh,
about fresh and word
Kamini's
and,
listening. Kamini's listening. Hey, Kamini.
"Hey, Kamini."
But Eric just gave me fresh. So
Mhm.
yeah, a lot of hip hop and rap from the 80s and 90s gave us a lot of different slangs. Because I love it when you call me Big Papa.
Okay. What's the rule about singing?
I didn't sing. I said I love it when you call me Big Papa. That's in the 90s.
Okay, all right.
Big Papa.
You're okay. Okay. What else you got for us? What else you got
Um.
from the
Oh.
80s? Hmm?
Oh. This day, homeboy and homegirl.
Oh, hanging with the homies. Homeboy. Yeah.
Homie. Oh, that's
Home-
in the '90s from Clueless. Rolling with the homies. Remember
Well,
Clueless?
Clueless is just like its own lexicon. We got there's tons of words from Clueless, but go ahead. Save for fetch.
Okay.
Fetch is
Another term that became popular in um the Ernie Core says about 11. Explain to me about 11. About 11, Ernie. I don't know what you mean by that. About 11.
okay. Well,
I don't know
what
what that means. I don't know what to, but
are
anyway,
you moving into the
another
90s?
term, the 80s. Well, I want to get to this in the 80s.
Okay.
A couple of terms to explain people: jock,
Oh, yeah.
hacker, nerd, which is my favorite, and
Dweeb.
valley girl.
You forgot
Okay,
dweeb.
it's okay. Stop with the dweeb. Okay,
Well, I'm telling you, Ferris Bueller, dweeb, nerd, definitely Valley Girl. But what was the first one on that list you just gave us?
jock.
Jock, yeah. Because you know what I was thinking about was the Breakfast Club, and I know they had the archetypes, and one of them was the jock. So I'm sure that was very much a part of the '80s.
Okay, now, yeah, homegirl, dweeb is another one from the '80s, um, and we're gonna move on to the '90s.
As if
Yeah,
come on,
as
that's
if,
a good one.
as
I'm
if,
telling you, there were like
as if.
tons from Clueless. The only one that
Yes,
didn't happen was Fetch. And I'm like with Gretchen Wiener. I think Fetch needs to happen. Fetch.
fetch,
If you can smell what I'm stepping in, Fetch needs to happen.
fetch. Now, what does fetch mean?
I don't know, but Gretchen Wiener wanted Fetch to happen. Oh,
Fetch.
no, Fetch was good. It's like bad. It was like, oh, that's so Fetch. That's
That's
so
so fetch. You know, we're gonna bring back fetch.
we're bringing back Fetch.
We're gonna start saying fetch. That's so fetch.
Yes, we are gonna.
That's fetch. Hey, that's fetch, man. Bringing back fetch is a fetch idea. That's fetch.
Fetch is coming back, baby.
Fetch.
Fetch is coming.
Bling. Bling.
Bling,
The bling. I got the bling.
like
What's up? I got the
bling
bling.
or like bada bing, like
No bling,
Sopranos. Okay.
but 90s, the bomb.
Oh, oh wait,
The
wait, wait.
bomb.
I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong pages. I was on the wrong page for sound
The
effects.
bomb. And it's spelled duh. DA. The bomb. The bomb.
DA, the bomb.
The bomb. Um, okay. And don't go there. Don't go there.
Don't don't go there.
Don't go there. That was a 90s term. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there was a 90s term. Okay.
Okay,
Anyway,
but it's
boo-wah.
not fetch.
It's not, I guess it's not fetch. No, don't go there was not fetch. But don't go there was a 90s term. Eat my shorts.
Eat my shorts.
Now, here's a term that people used in the 90s to
Mhm.
describe cool things that applied to me a lot of times. People would say I'm very fly. People would say I'm very fly. Let me try that one more time. People say I'm very fly. Okay. Oh, here's one. Your point's proven. Your point's proven. Here's one for the 90s. Home skillet.
I don't know whether that was a slang that real people
Oh,
used. It might have been something you said, but I don't know
communicate.
whether that's
Comedian
common.
just gave me one. Comedian just gave me one. talk to the hand.
Oh, I like
The
that.
90s. Talk to the hand, baby.
Community,
Talk.
that is
I,
on. Talk
that's
to
something
the
I had to. That's something I had to tell the women all the time. Look, talk to the hand, baby. I ain't got time for that. You started talking about commitment and stuff like that, man. Talk to the hand.
Okay.
Okay. This is not working for me, is it? Okay.
No.
Um here's something that was now this is hip hop culture
Mhm.
also because it was made into a song. Oh, comedian says Kenny heard that a lot at parties. What? Huh?
Okay.
Okay. In the 90s, comedian was at the parties with me in the late 80s and 90s, and she was at the college parties with me, so she knows how to play a play. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, here's one that was a song and also is a term. What's the 411?
Ah, the
What's the
411.
411, hon? What's the 411? It's a Mary J.
Information.
Blige song, I believe. And
How
of
about the
course,
popo? Was that the 90s?
what?
The popo.
Popo? That might have been in the 90s because I think that
Yeah.
was in Boys from the Hood, Popo.
Your dictionary.com lists that as a slang from the 90s, the
Yeah,
popo.
Popo. And another one, this one, I thought this was not the 90s. I thought this was the 2000s, but whatever.
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 See, I thought that would be more 80s. Whatever.
Whatever. Well, that's what I used to say to the ladies also when they said, "We leaving you." Whatever. There's another one down the block.
And they were saying, yeah, woo! I'm sorry.
Okay.
You need to get yourself some sound effects. That's all I'm saying. Because otherwise I control it all. Thank you.
Yeah, and I need to get some. I need to get some sound effects.
Hey, while he's working on
Let's go
getting his
to.
sound
Let's go to.
effects, I want to just again thank you guys for kind of hanging out with us. This is Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture every Saturday night, 8:30 to 9:30. We hang out here on Facebook, also on YouTube, and just talk pop culture, movies. Tonight is slang, music, all kinds of crazy stuff. And every once in a while, we just need a break from Kenny. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm just kidding.
Nobody likes a break from Kenny Walker. I'm just saying.
All right. No, go ahead.
Everybody likes a little bit of Kenny Walker Jr. But let's go to the 2000s.
The 2000s. All right.
Let's get crunk.
Crunk?
Crunk.
What does that mean?
Crunk means we about to party. We about to get down. We about to get crunk. What's up? What's up? You don't know?
I don't
Bruce.
know. Really?
Bruce is on. Bruce, what's up, buddy? Bruce
Hey, Bruce
Coles. Um,
House.
Dime.
Dying.
Yeah, we don't want to go into dime, but we dropping dime.
Or
Bling was
drop.
still good in 2000.
You know what
Trash.
slang? Huh?
Trashed.
Trashed.
You had a little bit too much to drink.
Okay.
You're a little tipsy. You're trash. That's hot. Which is a slang from the 2000s, which a lot of people said to me when I walked outside and they were like, uh, um, oh, here's one from a movie. And I used to say this a lot too because I went to the clubs and I was a very good dancer in the clubs in the 90s. But you got served. You got served. Served.
That must have been said to
Served.
you a lot.
Served.
Mhm.
Served. Served. I am a very good club dancer.
Okay.
All right.
So
You know what?
moving on. And
Oh,
again,
here's another one. Here's
about
another one from 2000s.
okay.
I, I,
I
I.
is that slang or is that just
That's slang.
poor
You're
grammar?
saying all right, but you're saying it without the R. You saying I.
I
You got me. I got you. I got you. I.
okay. What
Baller,
about huh?
baller, baller,
Baller. Okay.
baller. Once again, from the 50s slang, stoked comes back.
Mm.
Here's
Well, as
another
long
one.
as we're bringing back slang.
Peace out.
Fetch. Okay.
Fetch. Yes.
I'm gonna
Peace
make
out.
fetch happen.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out was a 2000 slang. Bounce. We gonna bounce, buddy. We bouncing.
All right.
Oh, your father posted on mine. He says, the kids call your sister in school extra.
Extra. Oh my gosh.
Extra.
I
And
think I think
that was what
when I'm giving out discipline to some students, I've been called extra.
yeah,
So
you're doing. And here's another one that's now like in the
I
2010s.
I'm sorry. I hate to interrupt you, but no, that's a lie. I enjoy interrupting you. But I just got a text from our cousin Lisa, who found us on YouTube. Says she's so proud and love you
Hey,
both.
Lisa.
And we love you and are thinking about you
Lisa.
and our
Let me tell the fans about Lisa.
prayers. Huh?
Let me tell the fans about Lisa because Lisa's our cousin. And back in the day when we were kids, me, Lisa, and Kathy used to be like the three amigos. We did everything together when we were kids. We got in trouble together. We got spankings together. And Kathy and Lisa would
I
talk me
never
into
did
doing
wrong.
Kathy and Lisa would
I'm
talk me into
sorry.
doing things that I wasn't supposed to do, and I would get in trouble. One time when we were kids, I really liked this girl, and we were on the bus, and her cousin said, because there's always a cute girl and her friend or cousin that's usually kind of fugly, and her cousin was like, "Well, if you want to go out with my cousin," and we were only in first grade, "if you want to go out with my cousin, you got to beat her in a fight." And I'm like, "What do you mean I got to beat her in a fight?" And Lisa and Kathy were like, all right, well, go ahead and fight her. Go ahead and fight her. And I'm like, I don't want to fight a girl. And Lisa and Kathy were egging me on the whole time. And this girl was whooping my behind because I wouldn't hit a girl. And I finally reached up and pulled an earring out of her ear. And her ear was like bleeding and everything. And her cousin came up to me and said, okay, now you can date her. And I said, well, I don't want to date her now because she got a messed up ear.
Okay. I hope you enjoyed that story. I don't remember it. And maybe it is based in reality. Maybe not. But let's just humor him, okay? So when he comes back, just nod along like, yeah, you understood.
So that's the
All right.
story. That's the
Okay.
story.
Let's move on with slang. Hey, we
She
didn't
was a
talk
very
about
cute
some
girl,
like
but she had a
common
messed up ear.
slang for things like, if you got
Your father said,
papers, what about holla? I ain't no holla back girl.
dog, dog, dog.
What?
Made famous by Randy Jackson, dog.
Dog? Oh, dog. Oh, yeah.
Or here you go.
Oh, I got
Dog.
another text from Lisa, and I'm not telling that story because that's where I thought you were going. But
Oh, what story she told you?
no,
Lisa.
I can tell you that one later. Okay, so cougar,
Oh,
name for
you
a
do it.
that's slang for older woman who might be dating a younger man. That's another slang. You had some more slang on your list. We got about 12 more minutes to wind it down.
Oh, here's one.
I-
Here's one from the 2000s that became famous.
Mhm.
What's up?
And
What's
that was like a direct
up?
result of that I think it was a Budweiser commercial that
Yeah,
played during
it
the
was a
Super
Budweiser
Bowl.
commercial.
Um um yeah, when they were on the phone, what's that?
What's up? What's
I think they
up?
brought that commercial back actually.
Yeah, I think they brought some parts of that. What's up? I'm gonna call people now. I'm gonna just randomly call people because people text all the time. I'm
Uh,
randomly call people. So if you get a call from me, it's
uh,
gonna start off with "What's up?" I'm gonna call my kids tonight and go "What's up?"
you see, your
But
kids are too young to know what "what's up" means because
mm,
they
now,
were like babies. I think when if they were even born when that Super Bowl commercial happened.
no, I don't think they were born. Yeah,
You want to talk about things that make you feel old? I'm
yeah.
teaching and I'm the principal at a school where I have teachers who who didn't even know my Saturday Night Live references. So
Oh,
I'm
that's
feeling
sad.
old. I was talking about the church lady. They had no idea what I was talking about.
Oh, the church lady is?
No, I, we're
How
talking
young
kids who
are
just
they?
graduate. The church lady, that was back in the 80s or early 90s, and these
Really?
these guys just graduated from from
The church
college. They
lady, the
don't
church
know.
lady wasn't back in the 80s, was it?
Yes, you're old.
I, I,
See, you
I
know
was
what?
supposed to mean
My
that.
my mom, my mom said she's about to tell a story, and you know what? You know what, Mom? You're not right, and we're not going there. So I'm taking your little comment off the board.
Yeah, man, well, our dad put about what about the poison?
See, that's you know what?
I don't
Out of
remember the
bounds. We're
story.
not even going there.
I don't remember the
To get
story.
back to the
I
list
must
of
have been,
slang,
I must have. Okay, comedian said to me, "Deuces,
deuces.
deuces,
I've heard that.
deuces,
Dude,
deuces."
that's
And
almost like peace out, right?
okay, yeah. But here we go. I'm gonna go because we got a little small time. The tea is gossip. Spill the tea. That's gossip.
Oh,
Spill
spill
the
some
tea.
tea. Oh, what? Hey,
This I'm coming into now. Um,
but
if
I
you
have
ask
a
us,
slang. There's a slang. I've heard people use it, and I don't know where it's from.
what is it?
Bye, Felicia.
Oh, that's from Friday.
Okay.
When somebody's saying something stupid to you or
Uh-huh.
bothering you or they're
Yeah.
being ignorant or you don't want to deal with them
Uh-huh.
and you want to blow them off, bye, Felicia.
Okay. I mean, I
That's,
know
that's
how it's
Friday.
used and in context. I just wasn't sure where it was from.
It was from the movie Friday. Come on.
I
You gotta
missed
hand it if you don't know that from the movie Friday, you gotta hand in your black card. Like now.
No, it's well, and my pop culture card, evidently. And
Yeah,
maybe
if you
I
don't know
saw
from
Friday
Friday.
so long ago, I can't remember. I didn't realize that's where Bye Felicia comes from.
Hold on,
Well, tell me
hold on.
something. Okay, tell me something else since we're talking slang. And I know when they're talking about tea, why do all the memes have a picture of Kermit sipping tea?
Because he's all right. That's none of my. That means you sipping tea. Like you saying something, but he's sipping tea because it's none of his business. He's like, "Hey, that's none of my business, though. He's sipping tea because, it's kind of hard to explain if you don't know, but
Well,
you
why
really are
Kermit the
old.
Frog?
I don't know why Kermit the Frog. I really don't know why Kermit, but it's just a funny meme.
Okay. All right.
If
What's next
somebody else
on the
knows
list?
why it's going, okay. So if you're asking someone to pick you up, you say, "Who's got the scoop?"
The scoop.
Um,
I got the
sus.
point, the scam, the low, the deal. Go ahead.
No, 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 no. Where's that button at? Yeah, there you go. Sus means suspect, like you suspicious. Like if somebody's saying like, "Well, I didn't do it," yo, man, you kind of sus. Okay. Um, when you lying, that means you cap.
Now,
When
see,
you're
this
not
is the
lying, you no
one.
cap.
See, the thing about lying and capping, I had no idea. And I think I had a teacher once because a kid said she was capping or trying to cap on him, or and the teacher was all upset, thinking that the kid had threatened to shoot her because cap in one form of context as slang, cap meant, you know, a bullet or shooting somebody. But
Yeah,
I didn't realize cap meant lying.
yeah.
And
I'm
that had
pop.
to be interpreted for me.
Yeah,
That's when you feel old and you
in
can't
the
really.
80s and 90s, cap meant a bullet. Like I'm gonna put a cap in your behind. That meant
Yeah.
a bullet. New Jack City. Rockabye, baby. New Jack City.
Mhm.
But now cap
But
is
now
lying.
cap means lying. Like,
I also
how
got
did
another
it
one from
change?
I don't know. These kids, I don't know. I got another one from comedian named Fleek. Fleek.
Oh, on fleek.
On fleek. Like
Okay.
Kenny Walker is always on fleek. Um, what? When you want to get together with somebody, you go link. Let's link. Um,
Oh,
I
you know
we always
what else? There was another slang that I heard or that the kids said, and evidently it means something totally not what it should mean. And that is this whole idea of Netflix and chill.
Yeah, I was going to get to that. Netflix and chill. I don't have it on my list, but I'm glad you
And that
reminded me of
sounds
that one.
so innocent and
It
sounds
sounds
like
so
something you
innocent.
do for a weekend. Netflix and chill, which to me means I'm sitting on the couch. I got a pint of ice cream and the Netflix Stranger Things season 3 rocking it. And evidently that is not what it means. These kids, they done made something perfectly innocent and good nasty.
Yeah, because now my pickup line now is, "Hey, baby, you want to come Netflix and chill?" Okay, it's not working either. Okay, so a Karen, the new
Oh,
term now,
Karen.
Karen. You're a Karen. I have friends that are named Karen who want to change the name.
Well, I don't know why they picked Karen.
I don't know
I'm
why you picked
glad
Karen
they
either.
didn't pick Kathy because it could be close,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know why.
The next one,
And
and this
that's
one,
totally the result of the internet, I think, because that kind of
yeah,
came about from
yeah,
the
that came from the
internet,
internet. That came
um,
from social media internet to Karen.
social media, definitely.
Also, too, the next one we had was quite a surprise to me, and I had to talk about this with some friends of mine. Um, we did a social distance open mic, and apparently the kids are now using the term glizzy for a hot dog.
Glizzy, why?
A glizzy, I don't know, but a glizzy is a hot dog.
Like,
So
is
get
there
me a
any
couple
meat to this
glizzies.
hot dog? Like, because I know certain
I don't
places.
know. I don't know if you know what a glizzy is, and you down with the glizzy. If you down with it, which is another slang, down with it. If you're down with it, then let me know.
Because like hot dogs, and again, so some people like they do all kind of, like, I think like a Texas Tommy is a hot dog wrapped in bacon served with cheese, and then some places a hot dog you're supposed to put sauerkraut on it, and then some places they put ketchup and mustard on it, and there's just like a whole lot of different things that are done
But
to hot.
now a glizzy means hot dog. Now, before we cut out of here with our slang, I want to tell you the ultimate. I think this is the ultimate slang word, which is usually used in the Philadelphia area, New Jersey, Philadelphia area. But this is the ultimate slang word.
But
We're
we're
gonna
going
finish
out in
off with.
the interwebs, so people are seeing us all over, not just in Philadelphia and
I
South.
know, but still, this is the ultimate slang word to me.
What's the ultimate slang word?
John.
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 And what does it mean?
Everything.
Okay.
John is a noun. John is a person, place, or thing. John is an adverb. John. John is the John. John. Yo. You talking about yo, you gonna go see that John? When you talking about a movie, you gonna go see that John? Yeah, I'm gonna see that John tomorrow, man. Yeah. Yo, you talking about a person. Yo, man, that John called me up last night and we talked all night long with that John. You talking about a thing. Yo, man. With my cell phone, man. I can't find that John. John.
That I think that's
John.
totally a Philly,
John is the
South
ultimate.
Jersey thing.
John is the ultimate slang word. Period. It's in
I
our area. It's in the Philadelphia, Jersey, South Jersey area, but it should be worldwide. John.
okay.
John is the ultimate slang word
So John is the ultimate slang word. I was
for
trying to
me.
make is it I don't know, am I spelling it right? Is it G, is that how you?
John, yeah, JJAWN. John. That's the John. That's the like you listen to a song. That's the John. That's the John.
Now I still say we should go for fetch. Everything should be fetch.
And no, John.
Unless you're in South
John.
Jersey or Philadelphia, then it can be the John.
Yo, man, that
Everywhere else,
John.
we'll just make it fetch.
Yo, Fetch is cool, but Fetch ain't the John, man. Fetch ain't the John. I'm just saying. Fetch is not the John.
Well, you know what? You guys are the John because
You
you
guys are
have
the
been
John.
hanging out with us and we
Yo,
appreciate you and we thank you. This has been Kathy and Kenny
yo,
Explain Pop Culture.
before we leave, I
Yeah.
want to let you know what we're talking about next week.
Okay. Talk about next week.
Next week, We're talking about athletes who became actors. So we're going to be talking about basketball players, football players, wrestlers, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, you know
Athletes
what's funny?
that
I was
became
actually watching He
actors.
Got Game today. Ray Allen. Speaking of athletes becoming actors,
Okay.
sometimes they don't. So I guess next week we're doing actors turn athletes. Hey,
Athletes turned actors.
athletes turned actors.
Because you said actors turned athletes.
Oh, I'm sorry, because there are probably not that many actors that turn athletes, unless you count. Oh, Gina Davis, who actually competed in the Olympics in archery. But okay,
Yes.
I'm
And
not going to
and
go there.
Stephen and Stephen Amell, who actually did go into wrestling a little bit,
Okay,
besides doing acting, so
all right.
you know.
So this has been Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. Thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Thank
Hey, if
you.
you want to hang more or find out more about us, you can check Kenny out at his webpage at kpwalkerjr.com. And
Yeah,
there you can also find um, information on his spoken word CD, Throwing Paper. Me, you can check out on the interwebs, Facebook, and my what do you call that? My webpage and channel, The Year of APing Dangerously. I thought it would come up, but I guess it doesn't
it
come up.
didn't come up.
Oh, there it is. Year of APingDangerously.com. We're actually doing a rebranding. It's going to be called Leading Dangerously so that we can cover being an AP, being a principal, being all that good stuff. So we invite you to check us out in those spaces. And we thank you for joining us in this space.
Thank you.
Saturday
Thank
night,
you.
8:30. Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.
God
Thank you
bless your soul and keep living.
for checking us out.
Yes.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.